back here at Cats Fest 3 in San Antonio, Texas, Tuesday Night Cigar Club podcast. We're here. This is a really cool deal. We're here with Daniel McDougall.
Yes, Daniel
who
McDougall.
is not only the event coordinator for Cigars for Warriors, but the first recipient of Cigars for Warriors.
Oh, wow.
One of them.
One of them.
Yeah. So the if you want the backstory on that, it's really
I'd love
kind of interesting. I was one of my regular B&M hangouts was in the Kansas City, the Outlaw, and John Crump, as you all know, a big part of Cats. He was one of the regulars there, and so I got to know him. And I was telling him, hey guys, I'm gonna be missing the next year's worth of regular monthly events that they'd have there, and getting deployed. My unit was going to Afghanistan. And he's like, all right, and he told me about this program and said, hey, we're starting this thing up. Like, after you get there and you get settled, like, shoot us your contact info. So I did and forgot all about it. We deployed and we were like 45 or 60 days in. It takes about that long to get settled. And after a certain point, I think we deployed in May. In July timeframe, I shot, I think it was, I don't remember if it was Facebook or an email to Storm or whoever it was. Hey, here's my unit's contact information because you get a special address so people can send you mail. And sometime in August of 2012, Box showed up with Cigar Press magazine in there, a whole bunch of Drew Estate goodies, a whole bunch of different other stuff, a bunch of cutters, some cedar spills, a bunch of those long, the long matches and everything, and it was awesome.
Tell the folks what being that far from home. For what, 45, a month or less, completely in a new element, to get the a box like that to show up, and what does that do for the troops?
Well, I tell you, there's not much to do with your downtime. When you're deployed, you do get downtime. You got prep for mission, you do the mission, you come back and you recover, reset your equipment, take a shower, sleep, catch up on sleep, and then there's inevitably a little bit of a lull before you get your next mission. Sometimes they're all back to back, but in those downtime, there's not much to do. A lot of guys play Xbox. Guys will be sitting out at a burn pit, and smoke cigarettes or whatever. But you can't do, like, none of the other traditional vices are authorized. Like, it's punishable under UCMJ. They're not permitted. Right. Alcohol is definitely an opportunity to stand in front of the man and get a pay cut. Right. And so the opportunity to just bring out a box of cigars when the guys are sitting around and say, hey guys, we got my company got sent these. Help yourself. And so the wonderful thing about cigars is people talk. Like, men specifically will talk more while smoking a cigar than just about any other circumstance. And a lot of people don't appreciate that, but that's really cathartic to people who are in a stressful combat zone. Being able to articulate your feelings and talk about life, talk about your ambitions and everything, it helps relieve the stress of being away from home, away from everything for so long. We had a 9-month deployment, and it was a very stressful. They packed a lot into that 9 months, and that time was amazing.
Well, that's awesome, and I think it's worth pointing out too to those that aren't too familiar with the Cigars for Warriors charity. These are premium cigars you guys are getting.
Absolutely.
It's not a cheap convenience store machine-made product.
Yeah, they're all
these are Drew Estate. This is Hoya de Nicaragua. These are a lot of of the top-tier manufacturers donating thousands upon thousands of cigars to the troops, lighters, like you said, cutters, magazine, cigar press. So not only are you smoking cigars at a time, but you're I'm sure a lot of newbies who've never touched cigars before.
Absolutely.
All of a sudden their eyes are opened up, and that's a beautiful thing.
I thought it was really neat because I have a high school friend that was stationed in Afghanistan, and I'd never heard of Operation Cigars for Warriors. And so I would just send him like some 5-packs and 10-packs of Drew Estate Undercrowns, and the pictures that they would send back, he distributed to his men, and I'm like, all right, this is an awesome deal. And then when I'm talking with Matt and got involved, he was like, hey, why don't you join Cats on Facebook? Mm-hmm. And that's where I found Operation Cigar for Warriors. And I was like, oh, these guys are doing it and have the groundwork already laid. Nice.
It's a phenomenal cause. We, like I said, go to TuesdayNightCigarClub.com. We have a big banner on the side. You can learn more. Also, I think it's cigarsforwarriors.org.
Yes,
that's now, right. As event coordinator, are you traveling? Is this events kind of everywhere at brick and mortar shops?
So it's kind of structured by your region. So I work out of the Southeast Texas region. And what we try to do is we try to approach either the managers or owners of brick and mortar shops and explain the program and tell them how they can give back to the troops and show their appreciation, and also give their clientele opportunity to show their appreciation by setting their shop up as a donation center. They're able to receive cigars donated. They'll put out a humidor with the Cigars For Warriors logo on it. People can come in there and put their cigars in there. What I do is I just make contact with the owners and then help them get it inventory, get a little Facebook social media recognition for what their shop is doing, and then the shop ships them to the distribution point.
And that's a good point. The brick and mortars that if you're watching this and you're not involved, it's really cool to see the Facebook posts when these coordinators go out. They take pictures of the setup in your shop.
Oh, it's awesome.
And and also a big thing too is not just cigars but money.
Exactly.
I mean, it's not cheap to ship out. If you
Right.
see these stacks and stacks of boxes,
hundreds
and hundreds of boxes that go out overseas, I mean that's not free. That costs
Exactly.
money to ship. So, money is just as valuable as a cigar in the box.
They ship them large priority flat rate, and each large priority flat rate has a special APO price structure to APO addresses, and it's I think it's $14.50, or it was a couple years ago. And so when you look at these enormous stacks, well, I mean that's all cash. Like they don't sell the cigars that are donated to the program to raise the cash, so it's strictly cash donations from consumers and some support from vendors.
So if you're in a brick and mortar, you see the Cigars for Warriors, buy a few sticks for yourself, put a few in the box, and hey, $15 in there, that's a box that you're responsible for shipping overseas.
That's right.
Yeah,
And
I
how
want
cool
to
is that?
send a shameless shout out to Heroes and Legacies, one of my brick and mortars that I frequent. They have a big Cigars for Warrior display right there when you get in. So I enjoy watching it every time I go in.
It's a kind of a sign you're dealing with good people
Exactly.
that are willing to give you that real estate in the shop, and we've been talking all day about what a great community in general cigar folks are, and
Exactly.
that's just another really kind of cool thing, just looking out for each other.
Yeah, the other great part of the event coordinator role is when these shops will have a party of some sort. A vendor will be representing and bringing out their new releases or whatever.
Yeah.
The shops give us a place, set up a table, have a banner, give
good.
a little more presence, and that's really where the event coordinator is. We're just working with the shops, and we help advertise the event on social media and get more people going to these things. So
Awesome.
one of the major supporters here, Stogie's, they have an event pretty regularly. And Cedric Norris, he's the event coordinator for Houston. He'll be putting up on a lot of the Cats Facebook group, Cigars for Warriors, a bunch of other stuff, advertising, hey, this is a shop that's participating and contributing to this program. Come on out, show your support, donate to Cigars for Warriors, and have a good time. So it works for everybody. I mean, Troops Downrange gets...
Well, we're big fans. Seek them out, like I said, on our website or cigarsforwarriors.org. Daniel, thanks for your service.
Absolutely, man.
First and foremost, thanks for everything you're doing since you've been home. I know it's sometimes tireless work, but like you said, when you see the expression on these guys' faces,
that's great.
Relaxing and smoking, it warms your heart.
Yeah.
And that's the truth. What's your favorite cigar?
Oh, wow. Let me
Let me put it this way. What we do on our shows, I told you a little bit earlier, we review a film paired with a cigar and an adult beverage. If you're got the house to yourself on a Saturday night, what movie do you pop in? What do you smoke and what do you drink with?
Oh, man. Typically, if I'm going to be smoking something, it'll probably be a Drew Estate product, probably a Dirty Rat. And that's one of my all-time favorites.
Great answer.
And I tend to pair the Unico and Liga series with a bourbon. Right now, I'm drinking a lot of W.L. Weller 12-year Reserve.
Okay.
Great bourbon.
All right.
I don't watch many TVs, but I've been going back and rewatching The Sopranos. Taking a dip into the late '90s there.
Hey, you're in our
talking-
wheelhouse.
yeah, you're
And
talking
so,
fans.
I see that intro movie with him smoking the cigar on his drive through Newark or wherever it is, and
Put you in the
it
mood.
just puts me in the mood.
Well, that's one of the things that we love about the project work that we do. We do some shorts on the side, and we have a couple of independent projects that we're kind of looking forward to. And Matt's always talking about let's bring sexy and cigars into the movies.
That's right.
Something positive around it, and because it's been very influential with us. Arnold smoking cigars.
Absolutely.
Gandolfini smoking cigars.
You just don't see it a lot anymore, and
Nah.
that's kind of everything we do. We try to inject cigars in a cool way.
Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, I mean, it's just we need more of them. So I like mixing film and cigars, and
Oh, yeah.
I think
Plus, smoke just looks good on camera.
yeah, sure does, doesn't it?
It does.
Sexy.
All right.
Well, Daniel, thanks again for your service.
Hey, my
Thanks for
pleasure.
all the hard work for Cigars for Warriors, and
Absolutely.
stay dry out here. Huh?
All right. Thanks, Matt.
You bet.
Get up, go to work, get drunk, go to sleep. I get